Hello, welcome back folks, Arnie once more again, and today I'm going to be doing the little bit unboxing and review of my recently acquired Gundam Converge's Gelgoog cannon that I recently acquired a couple days ago back. This right here is actually going to be the first of the Gundam Conversion series, because I've never really opened any of these. I have no clue, either like little buildable model kits or what's it called, minifigures that you still build them up, kind of like with the G-frames. I have no clue, so we'll see what it is once we open it. And also, this is going to be my first Gelgoog of any type, figure, model kit, otherwise, because I've never had a Gelgoog. This is going to be my first one. I should rectify that and get a model kit of the Gelgoog. I know there's some old ones, there's some new ones. I might get one in the future. Along that was the Zoc too, because I also do not have a Zoc, so I gotta rectify that. I don't know, I might get the one from the Sea Freedom movie, or I might get one of the Xeon ones. We'll see. But without further ado, folks, let's dive right in with the unboxing and see what this is. And we are back, and now time to open this, which is gonna figure out. This kind of does remind me of the G frames, of the Gundam frames, or G frames for short, that we built or I reviewed a long time ago. So how does this open? So we have the open part right here, which is like a little snap part, and I'm assuming all this gets opened up. Hopefully I don't break these, because a lot of times if I actually do have to build this, then it's basically gonna have to be buildable, and sometimes you have to clear the boxes. Oh, nothing. Okay, so there's no instructions in there. Good. That means it's most likely going to be a little figure, which is actually going to be nice regardless. What do we have here? And it is a little tiny figure. Kind of basically like all the stuff we've basically been building as of late. That's actually pretty nice. So far we have the Gelgoog right here, looking pretty nice. We have a little stand right there. We have his beam rifle right there. We have antenna right there. And then we have the cannon, the backpack cannon right there, which is going to be pretty nice. So without further ado, let's cut the bag open. And I found my recently acquired drop point knife, which I got to be careful with this, because I've learned the lesson of the drop point knife, because the way this is angled, it's like angled a little bit more down. So last time when I was opening, I think when I was opening my primaries, ultramarine, didn't realize because of the drop point was a little bit different angle. I ended up cutting myself because I was not expecting it to be a little bit more down than it regularly is. So I learned that lesson. But like I always said, every time I get a new knife, its crescent always basically blood for the blood god. And I didn't open this correctly, so we gotta keep opening. I gotta open a little bit more of this. So a little bit there, just gotta make sure I don't hurt myself. It's also a very sharp knife too, like, not gonna lie. This thing is freshly new out of the box that I got it from. So first things first, we got the Gelgoog out of the box, bag, technically speaking. Then we get everything else, the little stand. Yep, it's a little blaster. Beam rifle. I don't know why I'm saying blaster. Right, I'm only saying blaster because I've recently been playing video games as of late. We have the cannon, and we have the little tiny antenna that does not want to pop out. Come on, antenna. Come on. Come on. And this is, come on. Just pop out on the back. There we go. And those two pieces right there, just cardboard. Just to probably hold it in there so they don't get lost. And there we have it. We have the Gelgoog right here, which looks pretty nice. Nicely detailed work. How the machine should look. Oh, it's a little poppable too. Nice. A little head able to pop off onto these single nice ball joints. Overall, not bad at all. Looks pretty nice. The coloring look for it looks pretty good. You can see the metallic red shading, which is what I need to do. I need to get a perfectly good metallic coloring for a lot of the eyes for a lot of my model kits. Or those glowing, or the glowing ones. One of the two. Then we have a little tiny antenna right here, which basically just puts off. I hate that the camera can't focus on that, but that's fine. Then we got the beam rifle, which basically just attaches onto the hand, and the cannon for the backpack, which looks pretty nice overall, and a little tiny stand to put it on it. So let's build them up. First things first, the antenna for the Gelgoog, which basically just attaches onto this, I think. I'm pretty sure. It attaches onto this. Well, actually, where does this go? I'm pretty sure this goes backwards. So there. Also, don't want to break this, because I just recently acquired this. Come on. How does this go in there? There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Just need you to. There we go. There's the head right there with the antenna. Looks pretty nice. the antenna head being put up there. Not gonna lie, I really do like the design of the Gelgoog. As an upgrade from the Zaku, when we see in the original Gundam series, overall pretty great. The fact that I don't have one in model kit form kind of saddens me. You have to rectify that. That and the Zok. Now, the question is, do I get the Zok from the original Gundam, or do I get the one of the upgraded ones that we see in later series? Like in, not War in the Pocket. Who am I thinking about? No, yeah. War in the Pocket. This is War in the Pocket I'm thinking about, and then there's the one in Stardust Memory. No, Stardust Memory? No, not Stardust Memory. What am I thinking about? Thunderbolt, maybe, yes, but I don't think we have model kits for Thunderbolt yet at the moment. Now we have the cannon on the backside fully built. Ooh, overall this actually looking pretty good. As a little tiny machine display for this, actually looks pretty nice. Coloring detail work's actually pretty good, despite anything else. There's some paneling work I could probably do on my own, but you do have detail works for right here on the body. If the camera decides to ever focus, there we go. You can probably see the detail works on the indentations on the scrub marks that it has on it. Little probably nice detail work. I was probably, like I said before, I could panel line this to make it pop a little more, but overall looks pretty good. And then we have the little tiny stand, which has a little peg piece that gets put on there, and then we just slowly put it up there, and boom, our Gelgoog is now fully built and complete. And with that, that is our fully built Gundam Converge's Gelgoog cannon, Jonny Ridden type, finally built. Overall, not a little bad, little minifigure. Overall, looks pretty great. The detail work is actually pretty fine. What's it called? There's a lot of basically scribing points, details that you can basically do panel lining, which I actually might do to give it, make it pop out a little bit more. Overall, still pretty great. I'm actually just something you should basically put on anywhere, on your desk, on your car, on your desktop, anywhere. Basically, you look at it, your shelvings, and look pretty good. It's very small, but it still pops out really well, especially with the red. I think red basically pops out pretty great. And once again, to Gelgoog, I like the design of it. I'm actually sad that this is actually the first time I'm actually getting a Gelgoog of anything. I'm gonna have to rectify that and get a couple of the model kits, a couple more Xeon stuff too later down the line. But yeah, overall, this is pretty good, great kit. This is the first of my Gundam Convergence. When it comes to Gundam Convergence, I really don't collect a lot of these, so I'm gonna try to make more of an effort to try to build more of these. Not build. Well, I mean, kind of is build because it actually attaches itself into it, but to like get a couple more of these. There's actually a couple more on here as well. On the box right here, we have the G-Quack. I was going to say the Ariel for a second. Then we have the Zonk, the one from the Seed movie. Then we have the Zako High Mobility Type Charge Type. There's Sandrock. There's a Gelgoog cannon, regular Gelgoog cannon, not the Jonny Ridden's one. Overall, looks pretty great. But yeah, if you like this video, please consider dropping a like, share, subscribe, folks. As always, have a nice day. This is I, Pardon, signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.